Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, you are not audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Okay. So, Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to today's session. And today is the second week of Bhakti Sastri, and I think it's the fifth session, chapter from 1 to 6. Before starting, let's recite the Manglacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayamrupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam साधवैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिककान्त श्रीराधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुतदेवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे Shri Prabhupada ki jai ho. So, I have realized that yesterday class was a bit heavy for all of you because this chapter, Sankhya Yoga, it, it's very important as well as it's very lengthy chapter. When we see the length of the chapters from 1 to 18, so 18 is the biggest one because there are 78 slokas verses in 18 chapter, and the second largest is the second chapter, that is Sankhya Yoga, and the contents of Bhagavad Gita are summarized, and there are 72 verses in it. So I have decided to understand it thoroughly and keep my speech little bit slow, so you all can understand the contents of Bhagavad Gita, because they are going to be elaborate in the further chapters. So actually, when you'll come to the third chapter, first of all, this thing comes that when Bhagavad Gita, when Lord Shri Krishna has already spoken the contents of Bhagavad Gita, he has briefly explained about the different kind of yogas, like the bhakti yoga, the karma yoga, dhyana, jnana yoga, all into this chapter, then what was the need of giving the further 16 chapters? But when Arjuna in third chapter, in the beginning, he asked Krishna that what to do. Just give me one answer, just help me out. I only want one response from you. Then Krishna gives him further 15 chapters to understand it. So let's dive into this nectar of Bhagavad Gita. We will have a short recap of first chapter, because From today, we are going to start the second chapter in a very thorough basis to understand it thoroughly. So, my question to all of you, as we have covered the first chapter, any questions from first chapter? I think that was clear. We discuss it in detail, right? Okay. Okay. What were the signs of victory? What were the symptoms of victory on Pandava's side? You can, write your answer in the chat box if you're not comfortable to speak. Yes, Komal Mataji.
हनुमान फ्लैग और कुरुक्षेत्र भूमि.
Is there a problem with my headphones again? I
Hare
can't hear
Krishna.
you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Komal Mataji, you are audible.
Yes, Mataji,
Yes.
I can hear you now.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी. हनुमान फ्लैग्स जो था वो, और एक कुरुक्षेत्र भूमि, और एक कृष्णा संघ थे उसके अर्जुन के, और जो सूरज देवता ने उनको जो विमान दिया था, चैरिट, जो 4 horses.
Good. Natik Prabhu, you want to add something?
No, Mataji, these were the same points.
Okay. So I wanted to share something with you that, as Arjuna's, not Arjuna, but Sanjay said about these symptoms, he mentioned that because Krishna, the husband of the goddess of fortune, was there, so their victory was confirmed. There was no doubt that, Kauravas are going to win. And in the last shloka of Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay confirmed this again, that yatra yogeshwarah krishno, yatra partho dhanurdhara, tatra shri shrir vijaya bhutir dhruva nitir matir mama. The translation is like that: wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. This is my opinion. Yes, Omeshwari Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I didn't get your question. What was it? I didn't understand. Can you please repeat that?
Repeat this shloka, Mataji?
No, question.
That-
What was the question?
Okay, the question
symptoms
was
of-
that what?
Yeah.
Okay, what were the signs of victory in the Pandavas' side?
Okay, got it.
And I
Thank
think
you,
this
Mataji.
must be the question in your handbook. You're welcome, Mataji. Right? This must be a question in your handbook, and you already have done this homework part. So these were the signs of victory. And when we move further, so like the Senior Darshan that was done, because we have seen that the both armies are in the ground, and but there was a turning point. And where was that turning point? When Arjuna suddenly asked Krishna that you please take my chariot in between the two armies. And from that point, from that verse, the turning point was that Arjun was filled with some doubts. And what were the doubts? The 4 doubts were, the reasons, actually. The doubts, we can say, or the reasons were there that why he did not want to fight. So what were the reasons? Who's going to tell me? Kashish Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, the first one is that compassion of Arjun, and the second one he thought about the sinful, and the third one is he said that who will see me to enjoy that kingdom, and the fourth one was he was worried about the destiny.
Dynasty. Yes.
Dynasty, sorry. And the fifth
Destruction of
one, he was
dynasty.
totally, in the second chapter, we saw the fifth reason. That was he was totally confused what to do or what to not do.
Exactly. Yes. So these were the reasons of. Thank you, Gitika Mataji and Etik Prabhu. The Mataji has already answered the question. So these were the reasons that Arjuna was not in a condition to fight. And so this chapter 2. Okay. I have a question for you that when, because we just read the verse that wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever it's 18.78 verse, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will be also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That means the dharam will be there. So the question is, when Lord Krishna left from here, from this universe, from this world, for the Golok Dham, then where dharma took shelter? Do you have any slight idea about it? I was 100% sure that Madhavan Prabhu is going to raise his hand up. Okay. Yes, Madhavan.
Parikshit Maharaj.
Okay, Parikshit Maharaj. And if we say that Supreme Lord said that I will be in the form of the scripture, Gitika Mataji.
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes, Srimad Bhagavatam. So in Bhagavatam, the 6 questions were asked by Naimsharaniya sages, and they asked this question that where this with the dharam will resides. So the dharam resides in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And now let me show you the slide which I shared yesterday as well. I think we were done with the lesson 2 part. Okay. So we identified the 4 reasons for not fighting and listed the progressive steps leading toward destruction of the dynasty. We understood that what were the reasons why Arjun was concerned about the destruction of dynasty. And we also discussed the appropriate and inappropriate applications of the statement, women are generally not very intelligent. We also discussed about this statement and discussed appropriate and inappropriate application of the principle of the utility of violence. We have also done this, but we are going to understand it in a different way as well today. There will be a different question related to the violence only. So for your, better understanding. Okay. So the principles of Varnashram Dharma. The Varnashram religion's principle were so designed that the good population would prevail in society for the general spiritual progress of state and community. Why this Varnashram Dharma system has come into being, why Krishna has made this system, the reason was to have a good population and to have to run this whole world in a proper systematic way, in an organized way. That was the reason of this Varnashram Dharma. And can any one of you tell me that what are the 4 Varnas and what are the 4 ashramas? I would like to hear from new faces. Because in Bhakti Sastri, you must be very active in participating. Because the more you will participate, that will be count for your future, being a Bhakti Sastri teacher. Maybe you are going to be next teacher of Bhakti Sastri standing or sitting in my place. So it's very important that you must, be active. You must speak. Yes, Natik Prabhu.
Mataji, for Varnas are Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and ashrams are Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas.
Yes, these are the Varan and Ashramas. So the Varans are, as Prabhu said, the Varans are Kshatriya, Vaishya, Brahmana, and Shudra. And the Ashramas are Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. So, definition of Varna Ashrama Dharma about the occupational duties. So, what is occupational duties? What do we understand with the this occupational duties is like these four. The people belonging to these four Varna ashramas, there are certain type of duties or responsibilities they take care of, and whoever is living here, we belong to like any one of the Varna and ashrama, and so we live according to that. Shri Prabhupada says that not in between. Like one cannot be the brahmachari as well as the in the grahastha ashrama. So we have to be in one ashrama and one varana only. And occupational duty varana is it's like determined by one. Yes, Gitika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I have a question that if one in a ashram, one in a varan, or it can also be in a ashram too. Like if a kshatriya, he cannot be in some like some in some other ashram. Like then how
Mataji,
can
he would be in some ashrama. See, there are four ashramas: the brahmacharya and grasta, Vaishya, sorry, not Vaishya, sorry, Vanprastha and Sannyasi. So the Kshatriya, he must be either Brahmachari or he would be married, no? He would be in the Grahastha ashram. See,
yeah.
when he is in, like, if we consider this example on ourselves, that we are brahmacharya until we get married to someone, when we are studying, when we are in our school life, college life, or whatever, or maybe we are working somewhere, we are doing some jobs, then we are this two, like we are the in the brahmacharya ashram. But when we get married, maybe like yes, like everyone who is in some varana is definitely in some ashram,
Yeah,
because you
I
are in a
got it.
brahmacharya,
Yes.
right?
Like
I'm
5
in a
to
grahastha. Yes, and there is a proper age. The division of the age is also given. That is 25 for brahmacharya. Like after 25, there is grahastha,
Grasta.
and after 50, there is vanprastha, and after 75, there is sannyasi. But many people don't go towards sannyasi, that ashram, and they only remains in vanprastha. And if we see that, the Kali Yuga, the people, universally, the people hardly lives for 100 years. In this planet, in the Kali Yuga, no one lives more than 100. Okay, maybe there are some exceptional cases, but after that age, there is not much, the person cannot have kind of good memory, good consciousness, and, they must be in the bed only in that age. So these are the divisions of Varana and Ashram according to the lifespan. So occupational duties are determined by one's inherent quality, and we can say that occupational duties are also called swadharma. Swadharma means occupational duties, and the prescribed duties means the situational obligations. Occupational duties comes like um, in which kind of varan you are. If you are a Kshatri, then your duty is to fight to protect the others. And if you are in like if you are a Brahman, then it's your duty to educate people, to teach them. And if you are a Vaishya, that means that you are in some kind of business, or you are a shopkeeper or whatever. And if you are a Shudra, that means you are performing some kind of jobs. That may be, any kind of job. Even the person who is who is maybe on a very high post, some brand manager or somewhere, but that also comes in the in that Shudra form, because they are working under someone.
Mataji,
So the prescribed duties. Yes, Kritika Mataji.
I have a question.
Yes.
Like, if a lady, a woman,
Mm-hmm.
it was a funny question. Like, where she put, like, in a Kshatriya or in a Brahman, like, you are teaching us. So you are doing the work
Mm-hmm.
of Brahman. Then what we say,
Because
you are like.
because Mataji, our Shastras have, there is a very beautiful verse by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I don't remember it exactly, but let me search for it. I think it's Kiba Shudra Kiba Nyasi, the very beautiful verse, which tells that by birth or by nature, you cannot be decided that either you're gonna Kshatriya or, no, not for devotional services. Yes, for devotional services, anyone can be a woman, a Shudra, a Vaishya. Like for the devotional services, for preaching purposes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has allowed. Let me find that.
Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashan.
Thank you, Mataji. Can you repeat it again, Sindhu Mataji?
Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashan.
Yes, that's fine. I'm not talking about the Varna Ashram shloka. We are talking about that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has allowed that whoever is taking up the devotional service or bhakti, then we cannot see him in that Varna Ashrama system. That means anyone who has taken up the shelter of the Lord, he can be a Brahman, or like they all are come in the category of Brahman. Those who can teach, who can preach. Just a minute, I'm looking for it. Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this verse in Madhya Leela 8.128. Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Shudra Kene Naya Yai Krishna Tattva Veta Sai Guru Hoya. That means anyone can be Guru. It doesn't matter that he like that one is in any varana, in any ashrama, either he's sannyasi or he's a Shudra. Anyone can can do bhakti, can become Brahman in that way, can be a Guru.
Mataji, it's
that's
like
what
it's for the devotees. Now if we talk about the materialistic person, which will, like, a Brahmana's wife will be a Brahman, and a Kshatriya's wife will be a Kshatriya, or a Shudra's
Mataji, no, it's not like that. Okay, yes. When you say it, like in the material existence, we consider them in that way, that is fine. Yes, we do that, because when there is a Brahmana wife, we call her that, she's a Brahman's wife, and we give her the same respect. So that is fine. And yeah, it is like that only when we see them from our materialistic point of view. And but Mataji, like the occupational duty is something which is in your nature already. It's like, let me see that where that document has gone. Just a minute. Yeah. So occupational duty, the varana, determined by one's inherent quality and past actions. Okay, so guna and karma, it depends on our guna, in which guna we are. Like what when we say that sugar has the quality to give sweetness. So a person has this kind of naturally inherited quality, and it also depends on his karma, the past actions. So here we see that Arjuna's swadharma is to fight for righteousness, and being a student, your swadharma is to study, and being a daughter of someone, your dharma is to take care of your parents as well. So this is how we understand the swadharma. That means that living according to your true nature and working with your natural tendencies. Because in this way, you will be able to, to give your 100% or to give your, um, the tendencies will flow more better and it will lead to the greater skills in the future. This is how we understand the Swadharma and prescribed duties. Yes, Bhishma Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Mataji,
Yes,
what about the four? We are discussing about Brahma, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, whatever four categories are there.
yes,
Why
Prabhu.
there is a misconcept that Shudra is always a housekeeping and sweeper class?
It's not like that, Prabhu. It may be those people who have, translate it or who have given their own interpretations. But when we study this Bhagavad Gita given by Srila Prabhupada, so, we get better idea that how it works actually. When we see the Kshatriya, and nowadays we can't say that the kings are Kshatriya, but they come in but the soldiers, the military men comes in this category. Why? Because they are doing the jobs of protecting the people, protecting the nation. And the labor form, if we see this labor side, so I said earlier that even those who are working for the wages, who are working under someone, that we call them Shudra. Maybe that, the labor one, maybe they are less intelligent, or maybe they are not that much educated, that is why they are doing the work of sweeping and all. But the supervisors who are, supervising them, they are also come under the labor, the Shudra one. And even I said that those who are maybe in the, multinational companies, they are working as a job, but they are also come under the Shudra. Because actually we have to understand that how this system works. The Brahmanas, like the teachers, so we can, in one sense we can say that the teachers who are materially teaching, they are also come in that category. Not exactly in that category that they are, giving us the spiritual knowledge, but they are giving us, kind of material knowledge, but they come in that category only. Because what is the work of the Brahmanas? To teach others, to
And
preach, to
Mataji,
teach.
and
It
Mataji,
Yes,
means,
doctors, like how much
it means,
high they are paying? But doctors are also in
yeah.
the Shudra category.
Yes, we can call them because they are not Vaishya. No? They are, see, there are four kind of categories we are seeing, that they are either Kshatriya, and this is actually the natural inherited. You must have seen that maybe in your family there are people who are always they are very, powerful, they have strength, and they are very much, ready to, to fight. They do not stand for the wrong things, they react on that. They also come in that Kshatriya category. And a person who inherits some qualities, and if that person is not in that field, then that person, they suffers, or they, they do not get can do better in other jobs or other kind of categories. Yes, Bhishma
but
Prabhu, you were saying something.
it means, if somebody is a doctor, if somebody is an engineer having a job, so they can also be in the what you can say category of Shudra.
Yes, Prabhu, they do.
Okay.
Because we have to understand the concept which Krishna has given to us, why this Varnashram system Krishna has given to us, so we can, live according to our, we give our best according to our qualities which we are inheriting. And someone is working under any, they are doing maybe great job, but they come under that category only. And Shudra does not mean the no, this is a very bad image people has given, that the Shudra means the one who is sweeping or one who is cleaning the toilets and all. It's not like that. Shudra means that someone who is working under someone, and that's not bad. People have, given the bad image about this word Shudra.
Because you
Mataji is
know
like
very well,
chua
in the
chut wala
Muslim,
scene.
if we are living in a Muslim country, and the Muslims are having that type of concept that you people are having four type of categories, and you people don't give the importance to the lower one, and you people are having a class difference. So sometimes we get confused.
That yes, Prabhu. Actually, that is the bad side of our own people who are belongs to the belonging to the Sanatan Dharma. It's just their misfortune, or it's their the bad intentions, or they're less intelligence that they have categorized it in that way. They are giving very they talk very roughly and harshly to the people who are working under them. So I mean, this image we have given to them. Otherwise we see that this system, because Krishna says, when we'll discuss this shloka which Mataji recited, that Krishna has made this system and Krishna has made it for some purpose. And if you see that in this entire world, everything work under this system only, because we have the warriors, we have the military, we have the the soldiers. They comes in the Kshatriya, and everybody is hiring the military, everybody is having the soldiers in their country to protect it, right? We have seen it. And like when you see the Brahmanas, yes, Sindhu Mataji.
If today's Brahman does not follow this dharma, can we still call him a Brahman?
No, Mataji. If someone is not following it, and first of all, the Brahman should be should have the qualities of Brahman. It does not mean that the son of the Brahman will be the Brahman, or the son of the doctor will be the doctor. Who knows, the son of the doctor will be engineer, or who knows, the son of the doctor will in the future he will be a businessman. So it's very clear, it's very simple. And as I was telling Bhisham Prabhu, that see, we discuss about the soldiers, they are the Kshatriyas, and it is in entire world. We see the teachers, they come in the category of Brahmanas. They are preaching, they are teaching, right? And we see the businessmen, whatever business they are doing, they come in the Vaishya category. And the which one is left? The Shudra. That means all the labor class. No matter they are, earning the 50 lakhs by doing jobs under someone, they comes in the Shudra. And it's so simple. It's not like that ye Shudra hai, ye Achut hai. These all things had brought by the those Brahman class who actually have no knowledge what Brahman is, what is Brahmanical qualifications. It all comes from there only.
Mataji, we are having many Brahman who are who used to have liquor, wine, and you used to have non-veg, and still they are Brahman.
They are so-called
Exactly.
Brahmins.
They are so-called Brahmins. And yes, Sindhu Mataji.
I think this shlok's meaning is the four varnas we created by Chaturvarnya Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashan. The four varnas were created by the based on qualities and actions, not by birth, I think.
That's what I'm saying, that thing, that one who is inherent the quality, that person can be a Brahman if he has that quality. And it also comes from the past actions, as you said, the karma. So the two things, the occupational duties, are the Swadharma is based on the actions, past actions, and the quality. Yes, Natik Prabhu.
Mataji, I have heard from some places that in this Kali Yuga, there are also people, like almost all people have all the qualities of the Varnas. Like in one person, we see the potency of Kshatriya, Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra, all in one. Is that also possible?
And I don't think so, that one cannot inherit all the qualities. Obviously, there will be, one better than the other thing. Maybe he is very intelligent. He has very intelligent mind, and he is, kind of a Kshatriya at the same time. But over the time will decide that which thing, which quality is going to take over the other quality. So it so happens, but after some time, a person get to know that from which Varan actually he belongs to. And first of all, our Shastra says that those who are, who are not following the four regulative principles, they are not at all become like they are not at it's that state of becoming guru or the Brahmana. So if you see someone who is consuming meat, who is consuming liquor, who's consuming, who has such kind of bad habits, illegal relationships with others, they cannot be, they cannot come to that stage of Brahman. They are so-called Brahman. They maybe have become Brahman just because their father was a Brahman. So we have to be very, aware from this. So, Sindhu Mataji, you want to say something? Your hand is raised, or you just said the point which you wanted to share. Okay, Mataji. So the next here, yes, Sindhu Mataji.
I understand, Mataji. Thank you so much.
I think we are quite done with this occupational and prescribed duties. As I said, the prescribed duties are like the duties which are the situational. For example, I'm a student, so I have particular duties which I tell to Gitika Mataji. And if I'm in a household, then definitely there are certain different duties which I have to do. So these are the prescribed duties according to the situations we are in. Or you can say according to the ashramas we are in. So the next one, definition of Varana Ashrama Dharma. Kula Dharma, that means family traditions. So what are the family traditions actually? Like how the family traditions will be last, and the Varan Shankha can happen, as we discussed in 1.39 about the Kula Dharma, that when the family traditions they are diminished or they are destroyed, then there will be a Varan Shankha, and that means the mixing of Varanas, that unwanted progeny, and that is family traditions. Family traditions means they will stop the the oblations which are given to the pindadan and all. So that kind of family traditions. And the elders, when elders are there, they were supposed to pass on such traditions, pass on such rituals to their children. And the next is Jati Dharma. मैंने अभी किया नहीं? Okay. So and the community projects. So what does it mean, the community projects here? It means that, like, the member for the member of the community, there are certain community projects, like the social welfare activities by the community leaders to take care of the members, like supporting the education, hana schools khulwa diye, and building the hospitals and wells. Like in that time there was no system of this the line of water coming directly to your house. There were wells, and to build the schools and temples. These all come in this Jati Dharma or community projects actually. And ancestral traditions, which we just discussed, the Pindadan, and how the community teaches to their children about their rituals and all, about their values, about the respect for others. And we just discussed about the Swadharma. So Swadharma means that it's a duty, like the natural duty when you are born. So that kind of duty, all that is Swadharma, means one's own religious principles, or actually you can say that occupational duties. And that comes with your birth only, because by birth, many people tells that, oh, I have seen he has the symptoms of becoming a businessman because he's very intelligent. I have seen the symptoms of a Kshatriya in him. I know nobody's going to say that I have seen the symptoms of Shudra in it, because in future that bacha may be gonna be, do job, or maybe become at a high level of post. He is gonna be hired in that. So, well, and that we discussed that it's according to our guna and karma, and there is another thing, the nitya dharma, the eternal dharma, the eternal duties, and that is also called the paradharma, or the spiritual duty. That means to serve the divine, serve the Supreme Lord with the devotional services, with the bhakti, as it is given in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.6. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yatur bhaktir adokshaje ahitoki apratihata vayatma suprasidati. So this means that the supreme occupation for all humanity is that by which man can attend the loving devotional service unto the transcendent love. What does the mean of adokshaja? Adokshaja means that adokshaja means that transcendent, that divine, who has a divinity, but the divya, the Supreme Lord, is divine. And we can say that the same word means the similar word was used in chapter 1, the achyuta. What is the meaning of achyuta? Because Arjun used this word in 1 point. Which shloka?
Mataji, who never fails to show affection for his devotee.
Yes. So there are two reasons that Krishna is called Achyuta. Means though he become the chariot driver, but he never falls from his position. He's still in that supreme personality of Godhead position, Krishna. And the second reason, which Mataji said, that he never fails in reciprocation with the devotees. And the adokshaja means that beyond the material senses, beyond our material understanding or material conception, beyond the three modes of material nature, adokshaja. So this is the paradharma. This is the actual dharma which all the living entities has to do. That is to perform or render the loving devotional services unto the Supreme Lord, the Transcendental Lord. So swakarma is also one's own duty.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Where
Yes,
is the
Mataji.
word adokshaja? In which shloka?
Okay, adokshaja comes in Bhagavatam shloka, that is 1.2.6. 1.2.6 Bhagavatam, which tells us that what is our supreme occupation. So Srila Prabhupada explains here the Varna Ashram Dharma. Let me see what's in the chat. Infallible one, yes. Okay. So human civilization begins from the stage of Varnashram Dharma, or specific duties in terms of the specific modes of nature of the body obtained. There was a very nice example I remember Prabhuji gave some time back in Bhakti Sastri only. He just picked up one book, and he said that they are the Varnashram Dharma. This is it is balanced on the 4 Varanas and 4 ashramas. And if any one of will fall, then what will happen? And I remember he just hold the book like this, and he showed that suppose, actually my mic is, is very disturbing. I mean, it is very disturbing me. I hope my voice will be clear without holding it. So he hold this book, and he said that suppose that this is Varan Ashrama system. Why Arjun was so much tense, why there were so many, like 3 to 4 shlokas where Arjun is talking about the diminishing of the dynasty or the destruction of dynasty, is just because when he says that the Varna Ashrama Dharma is depending on these 4 Varana and Ashramas. If the Kshatriyas will be killed, if the Kshatriyas will be will die in this war, then what will happen? then obviously when something is holded like by the support of the four pillars, and if one pillar is broken, then what will happen?
Disbalance.
Misbalance.
There will be little tilt. There will be little tilt at one side, right? And what will happen? The responsibility of this will comes on the three. And if suppose the second one, the Brahmanas, because many Brahmanas are also killed there, like the Dronacharya, and Ashwatthama was also being cursed by the Supreme Lord. So what will happen? It will further move towards down. So that is why Arjun did not wanted this kind of system. Arjun wanted it to be the same. I mean, he wanted to be, die himself. But he did not want to kill his teachers, his grandfather. He did not want to see that face of, that was Dwapar Yuga. But if something would happen like this or had happened, so we have seen that after Pandava's kingdom, in Parishad Maharaj's life also everything was good. But who gave curse to Parishad Maharaj? Son of Brahman. That he's going to be die in 7 days. So that means that just because of slightly, fall in any one of the pillar, there is going to be diminishing of the dynasty or the traditions, or many other bad things will come, the miscreants will come. So that's what Arjuna is concerned about. And that is why Srila Prabhupada is saying here that human civilization begins from the stage of Varanashrama dharma, or specific duties in terms of the specific modes of nature of the body obtained. This will be in, this is coming in 2.31. We will also discuss it further. Okay, this is Guna Karma Vibhagasha. This is from 4.13, which will also again going to understand it in a in a detail. But here this is a simple chart given that the Brahmanas must be in Sattva Guna, Kshatriyas in Raja Guna, Vaishyas in Raja and Tamaguna, and Shudras in Tamaguna. Okay, we will discuss these okay, Komal Mataji, you said that if someone is working as a teacher and he leaves his teaching job and works under someone else, his dharma will change. Mataji, if we see that the teacher are also, working under some school system, so that's fine. That doesn't matter. The dharma will not change because that quality is already inherited. That means if the teacher is, if she's not working, if that teacher is not having this job of teaching, but because of that quality, he would be teaching, in his house only to the children or to someone, because of that quality which that person is inheriting. Yes, Madan Prabhu. Madan Prabhu, can't hear you. So, in yes, I can't hear you, Madan Prabhu. We'll take this question later, please. Okay, in 3.35, we will, understand about the dharmas more clearly. So now the second chapter teach us about the soul and body. There are three main things discussed in this chapter. The first one is the foundation of the transcendental life, the adhyatmic life. Because Arjuna's question will bring the when Lord Shri Krishna will answer him, that will bring the foundation of adhyatmic life. Because by understanding that what soul is and what body is, when one distinguish between these two, then only one come up to that stage, that adhyatmic stage. And the second thing will be discussed in this chapter is like, if a person has understand the knowledge of soul and body, then how his life changes. Like as we are reading chapter 2, when we'll understand about the soul and body, then how we'll how like how this will affect impact in our lives, what kind of impact it will give to our lives, how our lives will be changed, how our vision will be changed in seeing others. Because right now, if we are only understanding that this is a body and we only have vision and understanding till this body only, this bodily platform or this concept, and after having the understanding of soul, how it will impact on our routine life. And the third thing, that those who are self-realized, that means those who have attained the love of the God, and because after understanding the soul and the body, and one start having relationship with Krishna in among those 5 rasas which we discussed, the 5 rasas, the Shantaras, the Sakhya, Dasya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. So how that after understanding it, after understanding soul and the body, that person definitely going to start something to please Krishna when he knows that I am not this body, I'm the part and parcel of Krishna. And that shall be discussed in this chapter. So, okay. So we have seen that how there was a turning point in chapter 1, Arjun's chariot in front of Bhishma Deva and Dronacharya. He was thinking that how I'm going to kill my own kinsman. And by that chapter, by the end of that chapter, we have seen that Arjuna has keep his Gandhi aside. And now Arjun is telling in the first shloka of chapter 2 that what is the condition of Arjuna. He was crying. He was in a complete distress. And he was sitting like this, like hands on his head. This is the complete situation, the scene which Sanjay is speaking to Dhritarashtra. He's telling him that what's happening there. Now it shows that Arjuna is so confused that he can't bear this distressed condition. He is Shakti Shali Dhanurdhari, Arjuna. But this kind of weakness has come into his heart because of the compassion, which, like, he is saying that this is compassion, but Srila Prabhupada says that his compassion is misplaced here. He is not understanding that this is not a correct compassion, because this compassion is for the body only. This is not for the soul. And now Krishna is going to tell Arjuna about the amazing attributes, the amazing features of the soul from 2.11. But right now in 1 to 10, this tells that how Arjun is taking shelter, and his indecision symptom is here. The sign of indecision is here. The reason actually for not fighting. And actually it also happened to all of us, right? Many times such situations comes in our life when there are only 2 options, that either to quit, either to just leave, and another option is to ask someone, to ask some senior, to ask one of your friend to help you in this situation. So such kind of situation is faced by all of us, and it depends at how we react. And here Arjun is reacting in such a in a distress, or in a kind of a downfall he is feeling. Just a minute. Rudra? Hare Krishna. Okay. So we'll see that Sri Prabhupada in the first shlokas purport of chapter 2, he tells that one should not be mourning for the body. Like he has given the example of the men drowning. So we have to save the person, the living entity who's drowning, but not the dress. There's like useless of saving someone's dress and that person is drowning. So similarly here, Arjun is having compassion for the body, but not for the soul. And the word used here, Madhusudana, the killer of Madhu. And Sri Prabhupada has compared that these doubts which are in Arjuna's mind, they are like the demons. I think we will discuss it in the later shloka. He's a Kshatriya, so the compassion for the dress of drowning men is not applicable to him. Okay. Krishna starts speaking in the 4th shloka, right? From the 2nd shloka of this chapter. Do you know that Krishna, did you notice that Krishna spoke in the 1st chapter as well? Any one of you notice that? Yes, Prerna, Nebwani Mataji.
Mataji, it was like Sanjay said that Krishna was saying that you see your father, your teacher,
Yes.
Dronacharya, and all this, your grandfather, Bhishma Dev.
Exactly. Behold, Krishna says, behold and see your relatives. So behold Arjuna and see your relatives here for a fight. But the real philosophy, Krishna is going to start speaking in this chapter only. And the 2nd shlokas, okay, the 2nd shloka, Shri Bhagavan uvacha kutasto akashmalam idam vishame samupastitam anarya jushtam asvargyam akirti karam Arjuna. So Krishna is saying that from where these impurities have come into your mind, Arjuna. Krishna is actually chastising Arjun from shloka 1, 2, 3. Arjun is chastised by Krishna. And, Krishna disapproves his so-called compassion. He said that this is not actual compassion. Actual means to save the person, not to stress. Or examples, to clean the cage. Suppose the bird is inside the cage, right? And you are only cleaning the cage and you are not giving anything to the bird, then definitely the bird is going to die. So the compassion for the cage is useless, but the compassion for the bird is that is a true compassion. And to save the soul from repeated birth and death, that is compassion. He is compassionate to cousins, their material, to the cousins, to their material body. But Krishna will guide him in this chapter to come up from this bodily conception. And in this chapter, as I said yesterday also, that that Srila Prabhupada has established the authority of the word Bhagavan. And can any one of you tell me that which analogy Srila Prabhupada has used here? Yes, Ansa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, sun analogy.
Yes, Mataji. The sun with the rays, because here it says that Vadanti Tattata Vidas Tattvam Yajnanam Advayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Shabdyate. That means the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has these features, the 3 features. And the Bhagwan is a complete one, as we know that Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnas Punyam Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. So this shloka shows that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is complete, and whatever comes from him, that is also complete. Then how the Supreme Lord is, according to the Mayavadis, how the Supreme Lord is formless, how Krishna has no that attribute of rupa. And again, in the next one, it says that the shloka from this, I think this shloka is from Vishnu Puran. Yes, this is a shloka from Vishnu Puran. Aishwaryasya samagrasya virasya yashasya shriya jnana vairagayos chaiva shanam sanam bhaga iti gana bhagavan. This is from the Vishnu Puran, and it highlights the 6 opulences of Krishna, which are also given in the same purport of chapter 2. And there is another verse which is given by Brahma Samhita. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. He's a cause of all causes, and he is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. So we understand what is Sat. Sat means
Eternal.
Sat means
Eternal.
Sorry, Mataji, I can't hear you. Please speak up, Mataji. Speak again.
Truth.
Sat means truth, but here, here, like Satchit Ananda, it is actually compare with the features of that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like the Satya. Satya means absolute, means that Brahma. That is Satya, the Brahma. That means the rays of the sun, which we discussed yesterday as well. And then the Chitta. Chitta means knowledge, the eternal knowledge. And that is Paramatma feature of the Lord. And the third is Ananda. And how we are going to have that Ananda, that bliss, only by having relationship in that 5 rasas. Then only we will be happy. We will have that Anand, that bliss. Only with the Brahma feature, or only with the Paramatma feature. Like Brahma means that one who are, only having faith in that, the rays, the Jot, which is coming from the sun. But we also discussed yesterday that the sun is a complete globe. It's a planet, and a higher planet. Like we cannot go and touch the sun because we don't have that body. But those who have that body, who are like, as we know that for the heavenly planets, a person, a living entity must have that body. Then that will, that he will be, able to go and live in that particular planet. Right now, we have a kind of body that we are in this Earth planet. And another thing that, when we hear about the different kind of, what we say that, that hells, narka. So maybe we see that, it says that a person, the Yamdutas, they take them from the top, from the edge of the mountain, and they throw him, and his body is cutted again and again. He cut into pieces, and again it, become one, and again they are, giving him such kind of punishments. So this kind of body is given to them that is, that is able to bear, or to have, yes, to bear such kind of sufferings. And there is one more thing in this translation, I mean the purport. Okay, there are a few more verses which shows the authority of this word Bhagavan, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that's Krishna. So aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate. That means that Krishna is the source of all spiritual and material words. Krishna is the, he said in 14.4 that aham bija prada pita. Krishna says that he is the cause of all causes. He is the one who gives the seed of to generate into humans for the germination. All kind of the species come because Krishna is the bija pradapita. And one more verse is given here. That is ete chansa kala punsa Krishnas tu Bhagavan swayam indradi vyakulam lokam mridayanti yuge yuge. And this shows that all the incarnations come from Krishna, but Krishna is Bhagwan Swayam. Krishna is the Supreme Lord himself. And in number 3 shloka, Klebhyam ma sma gama partha naitattvai upadyate shudram hridaya dorbalyam tyaktva tishtha parantapa. As we understood yesterday as well, that in the 3rd shloka, Krishna asking Arjun hridaya durbalyam. That means come up from this weakness of heart. You are you are worrying for the body, which is anyhow going to slain, which is anyhow going to die, because he's a Kshatriya. So the Kshatriya means that he is supposed to fight. He's supposed to burn his enemies into ashes, but not to cry over anything. Okay, let me see where. So these are the qualities of the Brahmana, which is on this slide. Specific duties of the Varanas. The Brahmana should be peacefulness. They have peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. There are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work. These are the qualities of the Kshatriyas. Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. For the Vaishyas, like the farming, cow protection, and business. And the Shudras, labor and service to others. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita 18.44. When you will reach to that chapter, hopefully you will understand it in more detail. And these are the specific duties for the ashramas, which are described in the 16th chapter about the sannyasis, abhaya sattva, sashuddhir, jnana yoga, vyavasthitau. Fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge. Maybe my speed is a little bit fast, but it's because that these are the slides which we have covered yesterday already. Okay. So the specific duties for the ashramas, vanparas do tapasya and austerity. Being in the same house where your family is living, but it's just that you are following some austerities, some tapasyas. That means, I think the biggest tapasya is that being a mother-in-law and not speaking in middle of the, in the matters of the bahus, the daughter-in-laws. That is also kind of a tapasya nowadays. And for the fathers and for the father-in-laws is, remaining in that family only, in the vanaparas, and giving everything to their children, but not speaking in their matters. Whatever they are doing, just let them do. It's not like that, but yes, that means a little bit of tapasya. It's not that your children are fighting like cats and dogs and you're not saying anything. So a little bit of tapasya and austerity is very important. Dana damascha yajyascha, that means the grahastha ashram, what they have to do, they have to do charity, self-control, and sacrifice. We know that the grahastha ashram is the only ashram which is supporting the 3 of the other ashramas. That means the grahastha ashram who are donating money and they are giving charities. So this way they are supporting the brahmacharyas, because they are not earning, they are only teaching, and they are actually learning, they are getting education. So their parents or the one who are in the household ashram, they help them, and they also help the vanparas, they also help the sannyasis. And we discussed these, right? The 4 reasons: the compassion, the enjoyment, sinful reactions, and destruction of the dynasty. Srila Prabhupada says, result of the following Varnashram Dharma. In the system of Varnashram institution, there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values, which we also discussed, that how the the members of the family, they pass on their traditions, their rituals, their values and respect in their coming generations. Result of the following Varnashram Dharma. Discharging one's specific duty in any field of action in accordance with the orders of higher authorities serves to elevate one to a higher status of life. I think we will do it when come up with the chapter 2.31. But we can understand with the thing that if Lord Krishna is giving order for something, if Krishna has asked us to, to render the devotional services, to do bhakti, and if we are doing according to his will, according to his instructions, then a person is definitely going to elevate to a higher status of life. Whoever executes his occupational duty, swadharma, for 100 births, for instance, if a Brahman continues to act as a Brahman, becomes eligible for promotion to Brahmaloka, the planet where Lord Brahma lives. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.24.29 purport. Okay, by reading this slide, can you tell me that if someone is, only executing the occupational duties for 100 births, he can become eligible for promotion to Brahmaloka. So the devotees wish to go to that planet, to Brahmaloka?
No.
No. But why?
Because
yes, Madan Prabhu. Okay, Gitika Mataji, you please complete your answer, then Madan Prabhu will speak.
Because there is 14 loks, and they all are like there is a birth and death. We go there and we complete our deeds, our
the pious
what we can
deeds,
say,
the result of pious deeds, yes.
The result, and then we come again to the Prithvi lok, Dharti lok. But the Goloka Dham, where we go, then we will never come again.
Exactly. Very well said, Mataji. Bilkul. It's like that only. That in the Brahmaloka also, when one reaches there, then after their result of the pious activities, the reward of the pious activities will be finished, then they have to come back to this material world again. Because this is the only, because it is said that the human form is the highest one. This is the only form in which we can strive, in which we can work hard to go back to Godhead, to Krishna. In this form only we can render services to Krishna. And there was a very nice example I want to share with you all. Okay, there is a word Swarga Dwanam, right? Let me see. Is in the next slide, maybe. Okay. Let me see where that slide is gone. Well, it says that, heavenly planets' door are open for those who perform their duties very nicely. And as it's written here that who performs occupational duty can attend the Brahmaloka. This is also the highest of material world, the highest loka in the material existence only. And as I said, that when you'll go to Bhagavad Dham, to the spiritual abode, that is the only place from where you cannot come back. And the phrase, it's referring to the part of Bhagavad Gita 9.21. In the 9.21, it says, Shire Pune Matya Lokam. Just a minute. Yes, Shire Pune Matya Lokam Vishanti. That means that when your the rewards of the pious activities are completed, then you are going to come back. And it refers to the rebirth for those who perform pious deeds, the punya karma, to reach to the heaven, the sarga, right? And but do not seek ultimate liberation from the cycle of the birth and death. And there is a very nice example of Hiranyakashipu given. Hiranyakashipu, he did, I think, more than 10,000 years of tapasya to please Brahmaji. And when Brahmaji came, he asked for the boon of immortality, if to be immortal. But Brahmaji said that I'm not immortal because I also going to die. There is a lifespan of mine as well, so I can't give you such kind of boon. And so he only gives the particular kind of the boons to him, but not of immortality. And one Vaishnava said about this, going to the heavenly planets. He said it's like a visa. You get the visa and you stay there for some time till your visa gets expired. Once your visa is expired, if you want to stay there, but they will deport you from there. They will not let you to stay there for a long time. And there is also one saying, like the same thing was continued by that devotee. He said that, when you go anywhere, like for the international trip, you must carry your passport. And suppose if you miss your passport, if it is, left at home, then what you'll do? You will again go back to home to collect it, and maybe you miss the flight. But here it says, here he was saying that, for the Goloka Dham, what is that passport? That passport is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If you're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that means you are in a safe hands. You are going to go back to Krishna. And actually, I saved this statement for the later shloka, but I would like to speak about that only. That what comes between B and D? D for birth, D for death.
C for choice.
D for birth, D for death. What comes in between? Yes, Madhu. I know he got the answer. Because this bacha is always in the temple. He attend all the classes, so he knows. Gitika Mataji. Madhan Prabhu, I can't hear you. You can type it on the chat box. You know the answer, I think. Yes, Gitika Mataji.
C for choice, and we can also say C for chanting.
Yes, that is chanting. C for chanting. Between birth and death, what you can do, this is in your hand. The materialistic people may say that it's a choice. We have a choice to go either this way or that way. But for the devotees, there is only one way. That is a chant. Okay. So now we are moving further to the shloka number 4. Here Arjun is saying that he is calling Krishna Madhu. We understood this yesterday as well. I think it was very easy to understand that why he is calling Krishna Madhu, a killer of Madhu here, Madhusudana, because he is trying to, to convince Krishna that how can I kill my grandfather, Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya, because they are the objects of worship. They have done a lot for me. In the absence of my father, like the father was died before, like after their, after their birth, very soon after their birth. And the father was died, and they could not get that affection of father. But Bhishma Dev was there, who gave them affection, the love, and it taught them the traditions, the teachings, the respect and values. And Dronacharya, taught him the skills. So how can he kill them? So, like from 4 to 6, there are further doubts of Arjuna. He's worried about killing teacher, and like he is saying that I don't want to fight. It's better that to be killed by them. But being the Kshatriya, it was his duty to protect the kingdom from danger, because in the kingdom, in the rule of the Duryodhan, no one was happy. And to protect from danger, but here Arjun is in danger. Actually, he's in danger of misunderstanding, and the misunderstanding is disguised in the form of compassion. And he also try to say that to ask Krishna that you have maybe killed the demons, which I can do, but they are my relatives. You can't attack your grandfather or your teacher, Sandeepni Muni and Ugrasen. And in the next shloka, he said the same thing. I mean, he's further saying that it's better to be die, and it's better to die with their hands, right? Like Kshatriya can die in the battlefield, but they should not run. They should not run away from their battlefield. And what it will do, it will give them infamy and not let them proceed to heavenly planets. Let me see which slide we are on. We are at. Okay. So here, 2.3, O son of Partha, do not yield to this degrading impotence. It does not become you. Give up such petty weakness of heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. Now here, Krishna is known as Madhusudana. Here, Sri Prabhupada has written Bhima Sudana. And in the later statement, he's saying Drona Sudana. That means you killed demon Madhu. Therefore, your name is Madhusudan. But you are asking me to kill my grandfather and teacher. This is the hint. It is all right that your name is Madhusudana. You killed one demon whose name was Madhu. But you're asking me to be Bhima Sudana, to means to kill the Bhim. Oh, sorry, Bhishma Dev. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Yes, to Bhishma Sudana, just because of, the font, which is changed in my laptop. Sometimes, I pronounce it wrong. So it's written Bhishma Sudana. And because Bhishma is my grandfather, and Drona Sudana. Sudana means killer. You want me to be Drona Sudana. That means to kill my teacher and my grandfather. So how can I be that? Bhagavad Gita 2.1 to 10, Los Angeles, November 25, 1968. So the fifth objection is here, the indecision one. Na chaitad vidama kataranno gariyo yadva jayma yadivano jayayu yaneva hatva na jije vishamas teva stita pramukhe dhartarashtra. So Arjun is saying that nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. And now here Arjun, another turning point here, where we see that Krishna Krishna is now going to giving instructions to Arjuna. So we see that in the first chapter, Arjun gave instructions to Krishna that you take my chariot in between the two armies. And from this verse 2.7, everything is going to be changed. How? Because Arjun has decided to surrender to Krishna. It's better that we all together recite the verse, not by unmuting yourself. Just try to recite these words, these verses which are important. Kaparnya dosho pahata subhava prichami tam dharma sanmudha cheta yashreyasa nishchitam ruhitan me shishyaste ham shadi mam tam prapannam. So now, as we see that Arjun has completely surrendered in front of Krishna. And yeah, so actually this is the way when we have karpanya dosho, like many doshas, many faults we have, so we must surrender to Guru, who's the external manifestation of the Supreme Lord Krishna. And as we see that in the previous shloka in 2.6, Arjun, either he be victorious or he lose. He lose in the battle, but he will ultimately be enjoyer. That will be enjoyment for him in both ways. How? Because by being victorious, he's going to have the kingdom. And or if he'll die, so then also he's going to elevate to the heavenly planets, because he would be doing his duty, his occupational duty perfectly. So, and another thing is that he is Krishna's eternal associate. So he will go directly to the Krishna's world, because somewhere it says that Arjuna is none other than the Vishakha Sakhi. So he's definitely gonna go to Krishna's abode if suppose he would die in this battle. So in the 7th shloka, it tells us that we also, when there are so many confusions, when we are not able to stand on something, to stand for some decision, or we can make any decision. So what is the way? The way is to surrender unto the Guru. And now Krishna starts start taking that position of Guru. So this is the quality of a Guru. Here we see that Krishna is listening to Arjuna. Since long he is listening to Arjuna. So that is the quality of a Guru, that he listens to the disciple first. And when the disciple is ready, he accepts him. And there is a very nice example of Chitraketu Maharaj in Bhagavatam, Canto 6. Like, he did not had son since long. So somehow he got the son, and but he was poisoned by by other wives. And what happened, that at the death of his son, the Narad Muni came and he asked him, just not to be lament for him, because he was all like he was not in his fate. The son was not in his fate, in his in his nasib, you can say. So, but by some by pleasing the gurus, by pleasing the acharyas, or by pleasing the brahmanas, he got one. And he was like, they told him before that he's not going to survive for long, but he just wanted to be a father. And when he was when his son died, he was also not in the condition. But after that, like after some time, he revived his consciousness, and he asked for the transcendental knowledge from Narad Muni. So when he was ready for the transcendental knowledge, then only Narad Muni gave him that transcendental knowledge. So here Arjun is the same position. Like initially he was rejecting to fight for many reasons, and when he come under the shelter of Krishna, that he's confused. Now I'm your disciple and you tell me what to do. So in 2.8 and 9, we see that Arjun has admitted that his deep sorrow is drying up his senses, right? And no amount of material success, even becoming the undisputed king of the earth or the heavens, can remove his grief. So he realizes that material solutions, nice, that, sorry, where I was. Yeah. So, like, there will be no material solution will be sufficient enough in solving his this internal misery and the external crisis. So he has understood that Nothing can help me to come out of the situation. So, okay. Yesterday we did one exercise also. You're able to see my screen, right? Okay. So dharma sanmuda. I'm confused about my duty. Now I am your disciple. Shishyasteham. So this was the exercise which we did yesterday. Any of you remember anything about it? Let me tell you again this question. The question was about that, like, Arjun is confused here. So that confusion is his dilemma. And in that challenging situation, like making choice between the undesiring alternatives, because there are many alternatives which he's not desire for, like not to fight with his relatives. He just want to give up. So these are the alternatives in front of him. He's in a very confused situation. So you have to pick out the principles relevant for practicing Krishna consciousness. Yes, Natik Prabhu. What were the principles which we discussed yesterday?
That we should surrender also onto the spiritual master, on a bona fide spiritual master, and we should not lament
Exactly,
for
yes.
the for something which is unworthy of lamentation.
Yes, Neelam Mataji.
Detachment, we discussed detachment from the material world and surrender to spiritual master.
Yes, exactly. When we'll be materially detached, and then only this thought will come in our mind that like to surrender to the guru, or to take the advice of some one who is higherly elevated, or situated at some spiritual position. So this what we discussed yesterday, that these miseries are like the fire forest, and the solution is to approach the guru. Now Arjun comparison was dilemma, and the solution was just to turn towards the spiritual master. So the high position, academic knowledge, scholarship and all cannot solve our problem. We also know this thing for ourselves. So um the dilemma was, the confusion was that he has to kill the guru and the grandfather. And we also sometimes face such kind of problems, not exactly this kind of problem, but um, for us. And I think the greed, the what else we have, that is inside us, which come up as misery in front of us, like the greed, the
Lust.
anger, the lust. Yes, these all kind of miseries for our for our soul. So yes, Jadip Prabhu. Okay, I thought you were saying something. So
Sorry, Mata.
these, no problem, Prabhu, it's okay. So these kind of miseries, which are also be solved by taking the shelter of guru. And Arjun has realized the social wealth, knowledge, they're not going to help him, but taking the shelter of Krishna. And there is a very nice thing happened here. This nice thing happened here. What change did you notice in Arjuna's position here? Any kind of change did you notice here? We talked about it yesterday as well. Yes, Madhavan Prabhu.
That the relationship between friend and friend turned into the relationship between Shishya and
Amazing.
Guru.
Amazing. Yes. Okay. Jadav Prabhu, you want to say anything?
Mataji, the thing changes, like we can say, Arjun has surrendered to Lord Krishna directly. So that's
And
the
there is a
thing.
change in the there's a change in the rasa, because before that they were joking, they were teasing, they were in a friendly mood. But now Arjun has changed his position, his status from where? From the Sakhya.
Sakha to
Yes, from Sakhya Bhav to the
Sakha to
Dasya Bhav. And
Dasi.
um, yes, exactly. Thank you, Neela Mataji. So this is a solution. He stopped joking and all. So he purposely took this position to understand the knowledge, the divine knowledge by Krishna. And this shows when the disciple is submissive, when he really wants to serve Krishna, when he really wants um, the answer of his miseries, then you know if he is submissive, then only the guru will shower his mercy in the form of transferring that knowledge, the divine knowledge, into the heart. And that is guru's work, actually, we can see. And Krishna is telling Arjuna about the soul and the body here. So we know that that is the actual work of the guru, to make us understand that who we are and what is the lakshya, what is the goal of our life. And there is a very beautiful verse in 4.34. Tadviti pranipatena pariprashrena sevaya upadeshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshana. We try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master, by that surrender level, by that submissiveness. We inquire from the guru and render service, and that is the only way that he will impart that knowledge, the transcendental knowledge, to us. So now in the 10th shloka, yesterday I also mentioned it, that it says that Krishna is smiling here. So can you tell me that what was the reason of Krishna smiling here? Here it says that, O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. Yes, Omeshwari Mataji.
Because Arjuna officially chose him as his spiritual master, guru, basically. That is why Krishna was smiling.
Yes, exactly. Yes, Ansa Mataji, you want to add something in it? Madhavan Prabhu or... Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, no, Mataji.
All right. Madhavan Prabhu and Bhishma Prabhu or Neela Mataji, you want to add something in it?
Same, Mataji, same.
Okay. Okay. There is another reason also.
Mataji, there was this marks a transition into very serious grave because of their friendship and then instructive phase of their conversation.
Yes, exactly. The conversation is going to be very serious now, because Krishna is going to impart instructions and Arjuna is going to listen. So this is also, this is also another reason. Yes, Neela Mataji, you want to add something? You just raise your hand? Or it was raised for the previous?
No, it was raised earlier. I'm lowering it
earlier.
down.
Okay. All right. So, what is the reason? Another reason is that Krishna is smiling because that was Krishna's plan. Everything is going according to Krishna's plan. Krishna wanted Arjuna to come as a disciple to him, and then Krishna is going to speak about this, the Bhagavad Dharam, about then he's going to speak about the soul, about the relationship between the part and parcels and Krishna, about about the living entity, about everything Krishna is going to speak. So everything is going under according to Krishna's plan. That is why he is smiling here. This is one of the reasons. So, and also we discussed that from Shanta to the from Sakha to Dasya Bhav. How these rasas, these relationships work. Like from Shanta to Dasya, this is an advancement in the relationship. The Shanta rasa is with the cows and with the objects Krishna used, like the bansuri and the other objects, the trees, the Yamuna, the cows. They are all in the Shanta rasa. And then from Shanta to Dasya, this is an advancement. And from Dasya, no, sorry. From Sakha, sorry, Shanta to Sakha, and then Sakha to Dasya, then Dasya to Vatsalya, or no, I think I am somewhere confused. I'm not sure about the Shanta to Dasya or Shanta to Sakha and then to Dasya. Whatever, but from Dasya to Vatsalya and finally to Madhurya. This is the kind of advancement in the relationships, that one was at the Shanta, then it goes to the maybe Dasya, right? And then Sakha, and then Vatsalya, and then Madhurya. So Arjuna has come to the Dasya. So now from 11 to 30, this is another section. And from 11 to 30, we see that Krishna is, just a minute, Krishna is, okay, there will be a complete knowledge of soul and body by Krishna from verse number 11 to 30. So in 11th verse, we can see that, like in this verse, Krishna begins his teachings by gently reapproaching the Arjuna, because Arjuna approached, now Krishna is reapproaching him. So he tells Arjuna that, you are speaking the words of wisdom, but he is actually grieving unnecessarily. There is no need to lament for the living or dead, because the soul is eternal and beyond destruction. So the amazing attributes of soul are going to be discussed by Krishna here, or being told by Krishna here. So this marks the transition from Arjuna's emotional confusion to Krishna's spiritual instructions, right? That he was emotionally confused, and now Krishna has taken the position of guru. So the Krishna's spiritual instructions are gonna be start flowing from here. So Arjuna's sorrow is misplaced, we know, and true wisdom lies in understanding the eternal nature of soul. And actually this verse is the foundation of Gita's philosophy, because distinguishing the temporary body from the eternal self. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashochan Anvashocastvam Pragyavadamsha Bhashase Gatasun Agatasunshya Nanu Shochanti Pandita. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that there is nothing to be lament for, to have grief on. And from the second 2.12, Krishna tells him that there was not a time when I was not there, or you were not there, or these kings were not there. So here, there are some conclusions from this statement. What Krishna is rejecting here, my questions to you, what Krishna is rejecting here? Here, there are 2 to 3 points which Krishna is defeating or Krishna is rejecting. Yes, Madhavan Prabhu.
That you have not taken a one life, you have lived 1,000 lives behind.
All right. So Krishna is talking about the transmigration of the soul, we can say here. And there are also few concepts which Krishna is, defeating here by saying this. This tells us, it is defeating the two philosophies. First one is the Mayavad philosophy, and the other is the atheism. What is the philosophy of atheist? Can anyone tell me?
That there
I'm
is no
waiting for the
God.
answers from others also. Yes, Gitika Mataji.
That there is no God and this is only one life.
Exactly. That's what Krishna is defeating, because Krishna is saying that I am eternal. I am, from time immemorial. I am here since long. Krishna has defeated this atheist philosophy who says that God does not exist. But Krishna is telling here that there was no time when I was not there. And now the second thing Krishna is telling, that the soul is permanent. This shows that the soul is permanent. It's not temporary. It's not with the body, that the body slays or body dies and the soul also goes away with that. No. The concept of individuality, that Krishna did not say that, only I am eternal. Krishna is saying that you were also there. The kings were also there. And it also confirms, it also defeats the Mayavad philosophy, who says that, we are one. We will merge into the supreme Brahm, in the Brahm, after dying, after death. So this concept of individuality is also defeated here. And another thing, that we are not having Advaita, Brahma, Satyam philosophy here. Advaita means that one. We all are one. The same as a Mayavad. Shankaracharya taught this philosophy, that we are, one. Aham Brahmasmi. That means I am Brahm. You are Brahm. And just because of the Maya, we have split into the many souls. But when we'll die, we all become one, merge into the Brahm. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us the Achanta Bheda Veda philosophy. That means that we are the anshas, we are the part and parcel of Krishna. So we are one. We are one and we are two also. But how? Like, we are one in the on the foundation of in the quality. In the means of quality, we are one to the Supreme Lord. But in the terms of quantity, we are different. So Achanta Bheda Ved. Krishna was always there. Those people says God does not exist. They don't accept the concept of God. But here Krishna says that he was always there, rejecting atheist and refuting the Mayavad philosophy as well. So Achintya Bheda Bhed, we are quantitatively different, but the qualitatively same. And here you will see in this 2.12, in 2.12, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the supreme individual person, and Arjun, the Lord's eternal associate, and all kinds kings assembled there are individual eternals. You will find this line in the purport, the second paragraph, or you can say the same paragraph only after this shloka. And the 8th line, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a supreme individual person, and Arjun, the Lord's eternal associate, and all the kings assembled there are individual eternal persons. That means the individuality is there. And the second paragraph, you will see that the Mayavad theory, that is the next paragraph of it, that Mayavad theory, after liberation, the individual soul separated by covering of Maya or illusion will merge into the impersonal Brahm. That is also defeated here. And one more thing, when we talk about the liberation, so our Shastras tells us about the 5 kinds of liberation. The Mukti, they are Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya, Sarshti, and Sayujya. And the Mayavadis speak about this Sayujya Mukti. Right? The Sayujya means to merge in Krishna. Yes, Jayadev Prabhu?
I think can you read the
Yes. 5 kind of liberations are Salokya. Salokya means living in Lord's world, Krishna's world. That is Salokya. Lokya means the same planet, Lok. Salokya, and the next one is Sarupya. Sarupya means that resembling him. Yeah, like having the same kind of rupa. In Vankut Lokana, everybody has like all the jivas there, they have the four-handed Vali form, like Vishnu. But because that Vishnu has this Shri symbol in the chest, so this distinguishes from the other living entities there. I read it somewhere. So one is Salokya, then is Sarupya, and the third is Samipya. Samipya means to be close to him. And how to be close to him? Like by associating him like his friends, his cows, his the dear ones. Being close to him, that is Samipya. And the next one is Sarashti. Sarashti means having the sharing the opulences like Krishna has. The 6 opulences we talk about, the all riches, the all knowledge, the all renunciation, knowledge, strength, wealth, beauty. So this kind of opulences. And the 5th one, that is, the devotee never demand for such kind of mukti, that is merging with him, that is sayujya mukti. And in the same verse, in the same purport, there is the paragraph given. The paragraph given about the bee licking on a bottle of honey. So this shows that we should not consider ourselves as a kind of a bee who is licking outside the, these Mayavadis are actually like that. They are licking the, they are trying to lick the honey, which is inside the bottle, and they are outside. But the devotees, what they like to do, they like to serve Krishna. And this is how they are going to have the real taste of honey. Because to have the taste, to have the flavor of the honey, you have to open the cap and then take it out with the spoon and taste it. But Mayavadis are only, from the outside, they are trying to lick the bee, but they do not get any kind of taste. Madhavan Prabhu, you want to say something? I want to complete a few, if there's any question, we can do it later, because I want to complete a few verses.
Mataji.
But but Madhavan, if this is linked with this shloka, then you can ask me.
Mataji, my only question is, how can a person become equal from the God? Like same powers, same opulences. This is my question.
It depends on the devotee if he wants to share such kind of, if he wants such kind of, liberation. If he wants such kind of liberation, these are the kind of liberation which devotees may ask for. But in generally and in reality, devotees only ask to be the eternal servant of Krishna. One can have these kind of these kind of muktis, these kind of liberations, but a devotee does not he never wants such kind of liberations. These are kind of liberations which are given. Yes, they can have this kind of opulences. Like we see that there are many people in this world also, they are famous, they are that all comes from Krishna. So the devotee can have that also. But in actuality, the devotee only wants to serve Krishna. So in 2.13, Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tatha dehantara prapte dhiras tatra na muhiyati. Now here in this shloka, this is a transmigration shlok actually. This shows that that in a body only there are so many changes comes. In one life there are many changes comes to the body, and at a time of the death, soul leaves the body. So same body goes through many changes, right? Same body goes through many changes. Then why, Krishna is saying, then why attachment to this body? Because you are going to leave this body anyhow. So either they will now here, okay, in this purport you will see in the first paragraph only, the last few lines, that the so Bhishma and Drona, being noble souls, were surely going to have spiritual bodies in the next life, or at least life in heavenly bodies for superior enjoyment of material existence. So in either case, there was no cause of lamentation. Krishna is telling Arjun, no need to lament. Why? Why not to lament? Because they are pious people, as you are saying, but they are tending against, like in opposite to the dharma, because of their obligations or their their promises towards the throne or to the king. Just because of that they are standing, but they are noble people, so you don't worry. Either they will go to the heaven or they will get the spiritual body. So there is no need to worry. You have to kill them. No need to worry. I mean, no need to lament for. And in Krishna, in 2.14, Krishna says here that he says to be tolerant. This is like change of season and happiness and distress. So one has to face it. So you just be tolerant, Arjun. And in 15, okay, my question, that why in this shloka it is like matra sparshasta konteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama payano nityas tamstitiksha swabharata. The two Arjun is called with the two names, the Konteya and Bharata. Why?
Mataji, Kanta is because of is the son of Kunti Mata.
Yes.
And Bharata because of he is he's from the dynasty of Bharata. Maharaj.
Exactly. So Bharata because of the father side, and Konteya from the mother side. In 2.15, okay, so Krishna is saying that he has used this word dhira. Yam hi na vyathayantete purusham purusharshabha samadukha sukham dhiram somrittatva vaya kalpate. The word dhira means that Krishna is asking Arjun to be patient. Before that he said to be tolerant. Now he is saying to be patient. And the example we can we understand it from the student who is enduring in his exams. He is working very hard, but when he passes exams, there is no need to be arrogant. And when he fail it, there is no need to collapse in despair. So a person who is same in the time of, he's not disturbed in by happiness and distress, and is steady in both the situations, then he is going to be he will be liberated. So this liberation means liberation from the cycle of birth and death, and liberation from the material bondages, as Neela Mataji told us yesterday. And so this shloka, it teaches us that true strength lies in balance and remaining, composed in success and failure, pleasure and pain, and that steadiness makes one worthy of liberation. You will be eligible for liberation if you remain dhira, steady. In 2.16, this shloka, okay, the time is up. It's 9:32 already. Let me complete this shloka. Actually, I wanted to do more, but it's okay. As far as you are, understanding the shlokas, then that's fine if you take time in understanding these shlokas. So 2.17 explains, okay, it explains the nature of soul, actually. That which pervades the entire body, you should know to be in. Okay, this is a very long purport, and there is a lot to understand, because there are 5 kinds of air, the prana, apana, vyana, samana, and udana, which is situated within the heart. So I think we can continue it tomorrow. The soul is floating in 5 kind of air, and it's situated within the heart and spreads its influence all over the body. So I think we'll continue it from tomorrow because there is so much to understand in this shloka. Okay. So thank you so much. Any question till now, whatever we have, covered till now? Yes, Jaydev Prabhu.
Mataji, can you please repeat where we have ended? Like on which verse?
We have completed the 2.16. And in that verse, we understood that that the eternal soul is beyond the temporary body. We have to understand this, that this is a true wisdom which lies in focusing that what is permanent and what is temporary, what is going to fade away. So this shloka taught us that. And the practical example is like that just as a person changes clothes but remains the same, the person is same but he's changing the clothes, so the soul continues while the body changes and eventually perishes. So this understanding helps us rise above the fear of death and attachment to the temporary things. So this what we have understood from this 2.16. And tomorrow we will do one exercise also, and I will try that we complete till 2.30, our second section of this chapter 2, so we can start up with the next section next week, or maybe we'll touch a little part of the next section tomorrow if we'll be done with the 30th shloka. So thank you so much everyone, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow same time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji ki Dhanatnam.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you.